there aren't too many snubs, even with the criticisms of the major format being in Swiss. Still winning that best of, like right now, we've got a 2-0 match, which is heroic. This is going to be the hardest match that they could play in this entire group. So there is no free entrance, even with a good first day.
Ooh. Looking like a free entry into Donut, though. Regali kicks it off, first blood of the series. Vexite right with him. Dual Berettas for xCloud is going to try to go ahead into A main. Woo, gets a little wild with it, but he'll find his. Unfortunately, it comes at the cost of 3 teammates. Everybody else down on site. We do get this temple rotate at least. And Bomb's going to go back, right? They're thinking we have no A main control. Why even put us into a post plant where we don't have half of the control? And these Berettas have now nothing to lose. So while that Bomb's run B, he's still trying to make this happen. xCloud 3 kills deep.
Not too shabby. Not even that late to get to the other side of the map. So xCloud, have at it, man. 3 kills already.
Wastes no time arriving. Netix down to 11 HP. That's not ideal. And xCloud, I mean, look at the tempo of which he's clearing these corners. He knows he has to play it fast, knows he doesn't have the kit. Could have had a player go long, so he taps to try to elicit that peek. Now nothing over here. No flank, nada. Oh, time, though, of the essence. You've got to just gun down ramp and hope you find both, which you can.
What?
The bomb stop planted for him, but it's that 10-second defuse. He just tries to get him to peek. Ints has to come out, and that'll keep you on your toes. Beautiful attempt from xCloud, but a pistol into FlyQuest's back pocket.
He actually couldn't have played it better. The post-bomb positions they took were the most unlikely because obviously where the bomb was facing, it was kind of planted for where Regali was playing and back in CT spawn. So a nice try from xCloud, and the kills will be remembered. I think the effort that was shown on this round will definitely be a little scary here. But ultimately, like, look at this from FlyQuest perspective. I mean, they have a hard round to win. And, you know, in the banter about how there's no North American practice, as well as his individual level as he showed us in that game, I think they really do believe that they can beat almost anybody in the stage right now.
It's a win over Fluxo and a win over BetBoom for the record. FlyQuest coming in with that. Chinggis Warriors and NRG for heroic. Trade frags inside A site and a nade that just whittles down a bit of Liaz's HP. That's not a very comfortable entry. So now suddenly, sure, you've got the pistol, but that wasn't the way you wanted to kick this one off. We'll see what the recovery looks like. We got to give credit where it's due. That departure from the last round's A site was the great call. 5-7, though, gets the better of him. LNZ just sticks it to In's head. And now a 2v4 looking real comfortable with this upgraded Galil. Oof, FlyQuest may have just hit a bit of a speed bump they can't get over. In the right corner, and Sunpius, if he finds contact, is really going to give Tenier that extra second to prepare for the donut exit. There it is. He turns in, and the rifle finds its kill. Ooh, 4 standing strong here from Heroic. Perfect rebound as far as they're concerned. Saw looks on with a passive approval.
Made them work together in a way that I don't think anyone saw this configuration happening before. I mean, a lot of players weren't on anybody's radar. You might obviously know xCloud, but Youngstar, Tenier, there are some risks that Heroic took here that have paid off.
That's where I love to give that extra little bit of credit to a guy like Saw. You know, some coaches get credit when you win. He should be getting all the credit for the builds. A guy who put Kicksan on a special pedestal before Falcons bought out that core.
Oh, interesting. They actually made a rotation back.
They try to gun it down from Donut. Tenier, time to shine. Nice target selection, draws them into him, gets his double, and Sunpius isn't too far off. He'll find one. Ints, Tech9 right back. And now an AK in hand, but he just missed timing on that rotate. They're worried about Donut flank. Now seeing players deep spawn, they can go for the plant. Regali's hand's no longer busy. He's gonna have to clutch, and it just gets away from him. Youngstar to make that difference. And they will continue forward with the momentum they stole 1 round ago. Heroic, by the skin of their teeth, 1 player left standing.
Yeah, I think there's going to be 1, 2, maybe 1 team from this stage that makes it to top 8. And part of that will be because they get so much experience and power up along the way.
Catch someone sleeping. Not xCloud, I'll tell you that. Double kill already. Netic goes for the Galil spray back towards that flank, unable to collect a second head. So we've got Regali 43 health and a 1v4 20 seconds. At least he's got the bomb. You kill that mid player, suddenly you're running towards the A site. But this cutoff inside of Cave is going to be his demise. LNZ looking sharp, I'd say. Trying to push himself into these fights, whether it's anti-eco or now versus guns.
I like that they're being a bit stubborn about mid. There might be 1 more shoulder peek here if they're lucky. Double setup inside the donut. They don't know where the op is.
Nice peek with the flash.
Beautiful flash.
Doesn't even end up being Sunpius's op, just his utility to support it. And poor Regali posted on that angle. I mean, he was waiting. And he got the peek he was looking for. It was the flash he didn't anticipate.
That did certainly feel like a bit of a trap, didn't it? They gave that mid-control 10, 20 seconds. They didn't hear anything, and they thought that maybe somebody was roaming. Netick now to the op, unlikely player.
Ooh, with a boost.
On this gun.
You know, change it up, slight variation, just in case Tanir is still floating around, as he likes to do, right? We're talking about a confident, fragging player, 10 and 4 at the moment, trying to just keep that passive vision on middle, and it presents an opportunity back over to FlyQuest. Good contact into the red room as they're going to try to get past this smoke. They know Donut is being well held. It's just about trying to push forward now to LNZ, who just leans back, scared by the shadow, and that gives Int all he needs, a slight edge. Where's their move? Because it looks like it's a B split, which means Youngstar is going to have to stand up between these last three at 15 seconds, doesn't peek, and just lets them get to that site. It's all about the element of surprise, but he doesn't stop it.
Nade.
Not with the gun. The nade will do the trick. Now that's got to get picked back up, and while Vexite's getting kills elsewhere, this planter's busy. Perfect play from Youngstar. All on his own V3.
That was the right site to go to, but not when Youngstar's alive. Very nicely done. And as long as they keep winning in mid, they're not going to have any problems. Oh! How did Sunpius get hit?
I don't know.
For only 82. Crouching.
That one takes a chunk out of his ear. He hangs on, and with it, Tanir and LNZ gonna make sure that this line has been drawn in the sand. No entries allowed here for FlyQuest towards that B site. They'll try valiantly to get out towards middle. Liaz, good attempt, but he's last man standing. And now you've allowed for a place where Heroic are going to feel unstoppable.
Yeah, seriously.
From the force buy to this scoreline, and you know what, Mo? I'm just gonna throw it out there. Pre-game interview from Heroic as well. Seeing as this is FlyQuest's map pick, they said, well, we're just going to come at it with confidence, see if their game plan can handle that. I see confidence boiling over, and I see a round count that's gotten out of FlyQuest's control. They'll attempt to get back towards B lane, and they do get first blood, but it's instantly traded back, at least by Tanir. Youngstar keeps those numbers even, and that double up towards middle is where FlyQuest find an opening. Bombs outside B. It's got a chance to leave here on Regali's back. The question will be, do they expect Youngstar to take such a gamble, this risk of pressing against middle as the solo B defender nets him a lot of information, or rather the lack of?
No, but now he knows. Running back, he's in the right spot to listen to this. I was thinking this is the best rotation for clearing out B, but look, you can call Sunpius over. We saw Youngstar in a 1-on-3 on the site in a previous round. Let's see how he plays this situation.
Yeah, technically 1-on-3 until Sunpius gets here. Ooh, first kill for Liaz is no damage on Youngstar. Shadow advantage to his favor. And of course, Sunpius already here. They weren't expecting that. So well done to gather that info. Makes the correct play to put Sunpius in a clutch.
Now we got the battle of the off brains here, and Regali is going to be walking in full scoped. This one feels like it's destined to be silent for some time, but Regali has a Molotov. If he has the read on exactly where Sunpius will, he'll score a plant.
Sunpius comes back before that molly goes down. He's going to get him in the open. Regali responds.
Not bad.
It's a quick draw in Austin. Flubbed Incendiary coming over that wall, but they will go for the cave control regardless. Vexite's going to try his hand at what they kind of reverted back to. This just simple B ramp hit. Gets them a lot of space. There's been usually somebody behind pillar to stop it. Netick, really good reposition here. It's going to catch LNZ entirely off guard. You're not going to get away with that one, xCloud. You've lost this bomb site, and it looks like they'll pay the price of a third round over to FlyQuest. Full control for Netick, so it seemed. We get this climb up from Youngstar. This suddenly compromises the back line of sight, and as the CT smoke start to fade, you're giving them opportunity. Op on the prowl versus its counterpart shut down. Regali gets the better of Sunpius yet again, and that simple B hit will get them a much-needed T-round win. That's 3 here for FlyQuest.
They needed to get one of their rush rounds won because those were getting shut down. So I think mentally this puts them back in a decent place if they can, again, win the pistol. But for now, I don't think Heroic are scared yet, and that's the last missing intangible.
Youngstar versus Regali. Meet dual Berettas. 2 pistols in a row. Those Berettas towards A main lock it down for the defense. 5v3 looking comfortable here for FlyQuest. So in...
awkward.
throw comfort out the window.
Well, 12 damage.
Sticks a nade down the back of his teammate's pants. And I like that Regali hasn't moved. You want to try it? Come and get second servings, but Sunbias is on high alert, so...
It's a great peek.
Now you've gone ahead and given the Berettas back over, and you've given a chance for Heroic to reposition with a minute. All three members, bomb included, looking to make a move.
FlyQuest are in an interesting spot. I think really if they take over Donut, this really opens up their opportunities because they can just go for mid together to get spotted. Again, not bad for FlyQuest. They're ready for this.
Player in front looks prepared as well. Netic connecting to the heads. Vexite right there with him. And it's a good move by FlyQuest in the middle of the round, which, again, despite the round losses that stacked up on their T side.
When we talk about X Factor and Regali bringing a tiny bit to today, he brought a lot yesterday, but Netic was even ahead of him in that regard. So many rifle multi-kills with entries from low number situations. But now he's got to try to do that on CT's side as this rush comes in.
Ooh, man, Regali's scrambling back. He's got a teammate with him. He'll get his one. Oh, but the MP9 swings also just the single. Here's that next layer as fires on the feet. Look at that kill feed. A flood of frags, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop for long. Hands busy on the plant. M4 can't find it. Netic allows for it to go down as the cover is just enough. Sunpias leaning back to give that cover over to Tanir, who looks to disengage into Donut. Smoke fading. He's got himself an afterplant. And now Sunpias turns over towards Temple. Both CTs coming in on this direction. He'll see that shadow off the back wall. He knows damn well what's coming his way. And the trade frags have been so clean. Every step of this round has had a response. They threw this smoke down as Tanir decided to play into Donut. Oof. Back
thinking
turn.
About it, but now he's running out of time.
Yeah, he realizes. And the clock's going to decide this. Am I wrong? Was that smoke Tanir's himself?
I think so, yeah. It's not the first time.
Yeah, I see him
Heroic
laughing it
played,
off.
Yeah, as Heroic had played in a very weird spot for the post plant. I call that a blatant throw. You know? But no, it works out pretty well. I think the only plan he could have behind that is he knows the lineup for the spam from the left side right, so he felt good about it, but yeah, blocked his own vision off.
Poor Netic, you can see him hunting out for CT, and the bomb was even planted for CT, so Netic's got this extra layer of confusion. Crazy call to make, but it works. Talk about confidence. They take that same confidence, weaponize it at this one, and Heroic are already up inside this B site. There are still two rifles out there, though. Be cautious. Trade frag's good from Vexite. Out from Cave, looking for another. Knows Youngstar's close, and he's whittled him down to 43. Vexite swings, and he closes.
Talk to him, Vexite. Let's go. What a move, man. A 9-1 scoreline for a second.
Yeah, but they forgot to hit 9-1-1. Nobody coming to help you. Don't choke now, Heroic. Vexite into the chase. That's wild. Gives up a lot of his HP, but luckily knows he's bolstered by Vexite. And Netic, the two of them inside of the cave with one. But look at this timing to just walk out a main. Catches Liaz off. He controls it well, somewhat well.
They missed a few bullets there.
Could have been worse for Liaz. Could have been better. Galil deep into the CT spawn gets a bit more added damage, but you've got low health bars here for the remaining Heroic members. Oof, solo retake attempt from Netic. He just swings back sight before anybody can help him. But this is the kind of retake for FlyQuest with low health that gets sprayed off of a defuse. In's still sitting on 100 HP, so they put him on that bomb, but it is a 10-second stick, and Youngstar seemingly can't quite line it up. Down to the final 2 seconds. Oh, he got him off! Bomb still ticking. He's got to go. The final second.
He's pulled it off.
And the final few shots from Youngstar.
Wow, this man works well alone. Youngstar, another solid clutch to have the mistakes that they did. Look at the buy.
Yeah, back-to-back forces to make it happen. Good flashes at least to scramble the mid play. Sunpias unable to support, eats another. Or does that actually come in from that lane? I think that was Tanir's flashbang. Not ideal, but they could just keep it simple. Go ahead, hit this ramp. Try to recover still with a 3v5. There's no CTs deep on this lane.
You can't really plant here if Tanir's going to be pushing unless he's just going to hope they don't come in through cave.
Yo, and the timing's just enough. plays it open, gets the Vexite frag. That deep peek from Tanir reopens the retake. And so a comfortable looking 4 versus 2, but there's no kid on the play. Very little utility now, none, that the Molotov's been thrown out just to clear that back time. Youngstar again trying to get the flank going. LNZ's been able to get off site, but he loses his teammate. We've had a lot of clutches posted up here from Heroic, but not this time. FlyQuest with a little more in the tank.
Great shooting. It's 4 alive, but that round was a lot closer than it looked. You can see in terms of kills, the contributions are a bit more consistent for Heroic players. A very clear sort of carry on the map right now. Oh, an xCloud. Man, we haven't even talked about him in a minute.
Oh, you wanted to end on a gun round? Well, here's one for you.
Yeah.
4 instant kills from Heroic as they just confidently take their duels all across the map. Felt like FlyQuest worked so hard for this chance to really recover some control. And when they should have the most control, that's when they just get swept away.
They've been great at stopping momentum. We can definitely give Heroic that. There have been some impressive moments for FlyQuest, but just swiftly, all the hope gets taken away.
And so pressure on the New Zealander in Netick to make this happen. Corner occupied. And it is with confidence that Heroic will step forward with a win on map 1 and your opponent's map pick to boot. That pre-game interview when they said we're just going to play it out with confidence and see if they can contain us. And he's looking for first blood. But meanwhile, FlyQuest looking for a little something out top middle. There's nothing. Not yet. LNZ is about to step forward, and maybe this forward progress from the T's catches them. He's able to recover, at least versus Netick.
Oh, they weren't ready to split.
Yeah, the
They're
other
going
half
back.
of A doesn't go, and again, we are kind of unfortunately watching the FlyQuest squad and expecting some shakiness on this map. Tanir just clinical with the taps onto Ints. Support here from Temple, but it's looking like a bomb plant. So FlyQuest looking to just now push it over the edge. Youngstar, he's got the Liaz frag, but you've got Vexite and you've got Regali both pinned in on the bomb site. CT still separate. Late arrival here from a low health LNZ. And the rotation from FlyQuest away from A has worked out. They put the bomb down and the defense not ready for it.
So FlyQuest had to win it the hard way, but they did do that. So that's nice.
It is a 3-for-3 pistol round win situation here for FlyQuest. We'll give them that.
Oh.
They did lose to a force buy in the first pistol, so trying to avoid it at all costs here yet again. And I think an opening kill versus an aggressive angle from Tanir bodes well until you come flying through smoke and meet 5-7s. These ghastly 5-7s. Liaz double kills clean. You've got Sampaius now at bat, and he's going to go down with just that single frag. So 1 versus 3 here for Youngstar, MP9, and an unexpected arrival for the time being. Not too far away. It is winnable, albeit unlikely. Half health for Ints, not ideal. Youngstar's just going to let this one breathe for a second. Ooh, gets contact versus Netick. Now 2 players down to half health.
I think he's going to know where the next player is.
Right, somewhere on site. Yeah, look down, you've got it. And the flash comes through the window. He knows that third player's on long, but Int's able to hang on for dear life, as that's 2 players standing to the FlyQuest favor. Pistol converted for 2.
Yeah, converting is huge. I don't know if they recognize the opportunity at hand.
Loud. Ooh, denied.
Great shot.
He tries to come around with the flashbang. Not blind was Vexite, so he nails it. Okay, good damage. Spray out of LNZ. 2 kills and more than half on Netick. It's looking like a bomb plant. LNZ's gonna test this though. Comes out from smoke early. No trade immediate. Tanir will find one back, and Youngstar's got the cleanup duty done. 3 strong standing for Heroic.
Ooh, wow.
Good one. Hit him where it hurts.
That looks promising.
A couple of other defenders here behind the off.
Yo!
Yeah, yeah. Sampaius down. Still a duo on the defense though. They think the numbers have been thinned. It's not by all. Still, E-box control for the T's. Long control ready to go. Smoke down on the side of Obelisk. Vexite gets his entry. Tanir's just juggling guns. Great chance to shine and decides to jump. Whew. FlyQuest might need a new in-game leader. Heroic, looks like you need some aim.
Yeah. Yeah, Taken, he said that when they were down 3-1. And then they lose the next round anyway. Wow.
Love to see this one. FlyQuest, convincing, we'll call it. I mean, they cut down the distance on Sunpius. We've seen Sunpius since he's had an op constantly taking this angle down canal.
And it's a little bit harder to consistently do that, but you're going to get a lot of gunfire through that smoke and a lot of kills as well, and that's what makes the map a bit more T-sided. So I don't think it's total luck here that Sunpius dies as he's rotating around.
Looking to keep this one simple with the execute into B. Youngstar concerned about E-Box. Ooh, gets spotted a little late. And that slight delay turns Medic as Tenier decides to step forward and take a multi-kill to his own. 3 kills deep here from Tenier. We've seen FlyQuest hit this bomb site and just follow through with ease. This time, finally, one of the defenders steps up big. But the round's not done. FlyQuest catch that flank, second layer to it, out there in the open. Regali rattling off the op versus his counterpart of Sunpius.
Oh,
beautiful shoulder jiggle on the angle. That's going to force Sunpius all the way back into spawn. He gets mollied off. Now for certain, Regali can join forces with Vexite on site, who goes deep through Temple. Doesn't anticipate the second CT, but they are putting together a 2 versus 4.
They have good inventory of the last 2 players now. Tenier was spotted there fighting from the back of the site. They can play this however they want. They're looking for a first kill. Oh, and Tenier will take care of that one. He's on 4.
Vexite stuck in this bomb site. It's got the smoke to work with. Knows Tenier is an inevitability from long. It's all about cutting off the dark player first. He's yet okay. Just as he steps up, Sunpius gets popped, and the routing here from Vexite. Oh, they cross paths.
It's perfect.
And he shuts him down on 5. Tenier just couldn't step forth. It's actually Tenier, excuse me, over towards dark, just floating around. Sunpius leans back, op ready on A. Ooh, teasing him, missed chance, burning. He'll drop Vexite at least. Oh, Liaz blind.
That's magic.
It's a double kill entry into the A site. Everybody looking to flood in with him, but they line up for LNZ. And Regali switching out from Fountain to get this one back evened out. Goes to try to catch flank. Does the timing play to his favor? Yes, sir. Finds it. And we've got FlyQuest on another recovery.
Oh, my goodness. 7-1 here for FlyQuest.
And it felt after that first map that it was going to be more tragedy. Heroic currently a shell of themselves. Make do while you can, FlyQuest, on 4-11 in this first half. Second CT is going to catch him off guard, though. Vexite thinking that he had found the one defender.
So here's that more active defense here down into canals. We've got FlyQuest wrapping around, but they've also worked the map a little bit here. They've got a lurker in place. I think soon Sunpius will find a target if Nedic is going to turn the corner, but there's only 2 players in B. They both have to be watching forward. They don't have E-Box control anymore.
Fire on his feet. Youngstar's covered as well by Sunpius. He's looking to swing, and as he does, Inns gets his back to 3. Good timed flank from Tenier. That aggressive.
Do they know about the other player? Tenier just walks
so.
back immediately.
Okay, Sunpius. Talk about pressure from both sides. Finally drops a shot, confirms the last T. 15 seconds here for Inns. And this man, 2 kills deep. Looking to post the 1v3. Here's the flank. Oh. And now just down to 7. He's got to commit to this plant. CT doesn't swing. LNZ's got the gun back up against him. And it's Tenier to put this one on ice.
Yeah, that did seem like a crazy decision to not just go for the swing. It gave him a chance to fight back.
Ooh-yoy. It's not a common duel we get ops on bridge. But xFloud is able to hold off his as well. So FlyQuest tried to come out with 2 early engagements, pay the cost on both ends. Poor Sunpius has been kind of muted. I feel like we've seen him everywhere so far. Whether that was dark, A main, or now mid.
See how good his impact is. He has 1 good round, they win.
Here's that mid play again, though. A rare scene from Heroic.
Oh, what a find.
Yes, sir. Holds off on the bridge. Going to confirm a lot of presence outside A, so FlyQuest just going to go for this, but it did give Heroic a chance to bolster the defense with 2. Ints catches X-Cloud. Tanir's got the answer. They are all bottled up. Youngstar right with it.
Regali 43 HP, rifle in hand, and Regali gets the frag. It's perfect for FlyQuest. Again, another situation that's close. The trades are so good on the defense, or like decent on the defense. They go down 1-1, 1-1, 1.
FlyQuest on that hunt for double digits T-side.
It's one of Regali's best maps so far playing for FlyQuest, especially considering the circumstances of Anubis not having any wins. Maybe they'll want to pick it now.
It's going to force their hand by the looks of it, though. You've got everybody ready to hit this. You've got Dark Control as well, or so you thought. It's a slide down from Youngstar, now looking to come back at site where the last 3 FlyQuest players look for that coveted 10th. Off barrel makes this one easy, and the CT's full control. A single kill, all they'll get in the end. It's not the 4 rounds they want, but 3. Is it enough for Heroic to close this series 2-0?
There's more on the line than they even realize.
Yeah, you know, majors are all about lessons, and the lesson is don't talk specific trash after winning your first round.
Yeah,
you got to get at least 2 in a row first. But hell, Heroic...
Who was the other example? It was Blame F, right? Was that the one? There was one example of someone doing that, winning 1 round, and then...
Sorry, who?
Hey, now you better win every other round.
Uh-oh. Here comes Tanir, looking into the B site. Nothing to be found just yet. Remember, FlyQuest 3 for 3 in the pistols. This would be a great chance to win another and close it out. Vexite, okay, I see you. Finds himself 3 kills so far, and down goes Tanir on the other end of the map. So it's looking like FlyQuest instant double digits and a real chance to close out Anubis. The response here from LNZ is a double. You ain't got nowhere to run, brother. Int hits the dirt. Camera player found out, don't you let him 1v5, then I'll eat my words.
Even letting him plant would feel awful.
Oh, he's trying to chase this. There was a chance there, but he's not able to get the 3rd one quick enough. The 2 long players arrive on the scene of the crime.
Go ahead.
Well, it's, you know, they're 0-2, but it's like they barely played it.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't count.
They've only, yeah.
Now suddenly going through the motions of a close, it feels like. But we get this sudden burst out of Heroic, and that's while Liaz is on a reload, so won't be able to spam them down. They get a position over towards Platt with now an MP9. Fun little boost. Could catch that SMG off guard, could drop it back to the dirt where FlyQuest thinks it belongs, but they would have heard that drop, so that's going to tell you at least 2. You've in fact got all 3 players from FlyQuest here trying to retake in now. They just burst back themselves suddenly. Platform taken back over by FlyQuest. Last player is going to be LNZ. Another chance to clutch. Dark Peak comes down. He's got that diffuser worried.
Or just run at him.
There's no kit. They've got to do the 10-second stick. Easy denial from LNZ. They may have lost pistol, but their force buy works.
That just gave too much power over to LNZ the way that Regali was fighting it. Could have just...
It's a fair question.
Yeah, fair question, but 4 rounds. So let's see if they can still mount the actual comeback.
Covers the wrong side of that entrance. Regali convinced he's still in the corner. Not the case.
Not the best guns to work with. It will get scary here for FlyQuest, looking back on 1 and 2 CT rounds 1.
Oh, this crossfire, though, right? The Galil's gonna just kind of goad you into going for it. Sun Pius able to clean up 2, and it feels like it's an easy site to take. There's still a Desert Eagle floating. Ends with the Deeg. Heroic know they can really have no misstep, though, if this comeback is to really happen. So they take their sweet time with it, make sure not to step into a trap. And that's not the case. Well done. Again, FlyQuest were looking for that A main fight. It feels like Heroic kind of drew them out into their own terms.
Do you know IN stands for I never spray?
Is it really?
Nope.
Oh.
How I sleep when I spread disinformation.
I mean, good on you for finding an acronym that's CS related. Flash for the outer play. The Tenier, quick duck. He's got some bias to help him. They signed up for this, and they're not going to get away for free. They pay the piper. Nedic gets popped. Oh, good reaction from Inns.
Oh, what a flick.
You know that would have caught him off guard.
Yeah, it looked like it had to be a headshot right there. It stabilizes the sight a little bit, but you can see that Heroic are still intent on coming in.
They get one out. Xfloud able to at least trade through. Emerges from the smoke with Liaz down.
Inns left with, you know, so much conviction. He just thought there's no way they're coming in now, but it's turned into a retake.
3 strong from long. Fire burns in front of them. That Molotov's going to take its sweet time. There's a frag grenade that could follow suit. Yeah, you've got the CTs bottled up right behind it, although only 20 damage for Inns. You know the trajectory of the grenade's gonna prime you for the young star clear. Xfloud, great trade, banking on the long cover, and Tenier gets his. So both the remaining attackers able to find one, but now a smoke in between them. Regali's gonna try to flash him. Time is of the essence here. And Tenier was always happy to play behind these smokes, but no time for Regali without a kit. He'll force the hand. His 16 kills look great, but this is Heroic 7.
Yeah, well done. I mean, that's exactly how you want to play that post plan off the back of default pillar. There were so many moves there that are just too hard to counter with the amount of things you have to watch as you get closer to default. And
trying to get that M4 into the action. 5-7 will get the job done. All right, that's a second rifle picked up. This is a good chance for FlyQuest. There's enough Kevlar out there on the field. A single frag grenade if they are scrambling additional forces over towards this B site. Now's the time. Liaz gets a deagle through the smoke. 5-7 still hanging on. Finally cleared out. Here's the response back. It's a 3v5 for Heroic, but those rifles that they secured on A have worked their way over towards this opposite site. While the plant's going down, he tries to come out through the smoke. It's gonna pay the price. Man advantage for Heroic in the post plant. Regali's M4 already on site. Does the timing catch them? No. Tenier turns, clips the wings of Regali. And that retrieved AK-47 for Vexite, all that stands between Heroic and their 8th round win. Oh, it's a good first tap, but Tenier's got the trades, and he's powering up as Heroic's comeback goes on.
And no one more consistent than Tenier across both maps. And as we get later into the game, as happened on Ancient, you start to notice more of his kills as well. Bigger, more impactful kills, sharper aim. Yeah, this guy's pretty phenomenal, honestly. And FlyQuest, I think, even though this gets a little scary, they get it up to a 5v3. They really have to stop before the choke points get taken over. There wasn't great guns to really complete that. You saw that there's a bit of desperation from Inns when he just decides to go in by himself, even though there's a gun behind him, so they didn't feel that secure. LNZ forward through the smoke, I think, with the assist of the flash. 1 for 1, and they see 2 other players, so they're just going to walk into the site.
All's good for Tenier if he can hit the headshots. He's in between the smokes.
Wow.
And all the while, his teammates picking up kills, so he'll take his sweet time with this one. They do lose track of the player on pillar. Problem in Regali on the op. Not an ideal position. He crossed paths with Sun Pius. There is something weird going on here for Regali. They lose control of sight.
They know 2 are in canals, though. Like, they actually should check.
But his back's turned, Mo. They're not looking. They do come back. Young Star seems to have his head on a swivel. And so Heroic still emerge, that looming threat. But I think you're right. That question of where else could he have got off to?
Almost out of themselves. A bit too much. And here's the last trade on the beach. Vexite goes down.
But the feeling of control in Counter-Strike is quickly fleeting. And with 1 round the difference, you know it's probably gone. Dried up is that confidence. They'll swing. Well timed, at least out from camera, but still Heroic across the board, getting the better of trades. Vexite yet again to try to be this difference. But the problem here for FlyQuest is Tenier is on the field, or so he was. Vexite able to go 1 further and stop the highest performing Heroic player. Now Sun Pius clears that back obelisk, and he will get caught. In's doing a perfect job of just re-rotating around, avoiding the threat. This time nobody home. Flash towards A main instead. Ugh, not ideal. Regali able to hold it. He's gonna go just a little deeper, and he plucks LNZ off. behind the entry fragger. Couple frag grenades for the feet of the A-hit. Xcloud gets his. There's a pitch coming down from camera. This defense looking like it's getting shredded. Vexite with a chance. Sunpius keeps his head on that swivel with bomb on his back. Tasked with a lot in this approach. And Heroic, well, they have figured out the defense yet again.
That was a move of sheer desperation out of Youngstar after Regali got his first kill, but he couldn't focus on his one angle. His teammate was not covering that push, and that's what cost him the situation. Man, Heroic barely got away with this. After they missed their first flash coming into A main, that was a critical mistake, or should have been. But instead, heads up play from Youngstar. They don't get too scared about it. Another good attack. But man, if they miss utility like that one flashbang again, I mean, it could definitely catch up with them. Regali got let down a little bit last round by his teammate.
Just better be careful, gun in hand. It's a quick scope, but there's already a player on the door.
What?
Xcloud, okay.
He just got coaxed into swinging a little bit too wide with the spam through the door. That was enough of a bait for Sunpius.
Xcloud ends up killing the player in the back of middle. Pius finds his op pick, and it's just going to look like a strong transition down into the 2-2B split. There is no sight control here for Netic. An additional Molotov going to keep him completely out of this one, and it is that daunting decision to have to go for a save now. Heroic, it looked like Regali was in the middle of recovering.
But a little extra safety on the approach is perfect, especially with your own op in the background. Forcing Sunpius, or forcing Regali to feel like he has to make a move. That's what they were looking for. Oh man, hunting down exits. They don't have these. They've got no money left.
It got a hold. Oh, 2 down.
Brutal.
1 gun left here for Netic. FlyQuest, your lead has dried up. Manny main, Manny main. Manny man.
Manny man.
9-3 once upon a time, folks. Just a swift reminder to the lead that FlyQuest had. And now look what they've got left. Barely any guns, but a missed shot from Sunpius. Do Heroic take their 12th? They're trying to slam their head against this B site, but you have just kicked the hive. And FlyQuest come attacking out of it. It barely wins that duel versus LNZ. Talk shit, get hit, kid. IGL of FlyQuest hangs on, but Regali throws caution to the wind, and now we've got a recovery in the process. Youngstar's got you stuck against the wall. Netic and Inns even comes through with another. Low health for 2 out of the 3. Tanir, a star in this series, looks to get that coveted 12th, and he gets off sight. This cave play, though, he's found out the MP9, doubles back towards sight, and he has pieced together the picture. Can he piece together the frags?
No fake plant.
A corner, plants straight up, nobody long any longer. 1 bullet would have done it. Netic's got other ideas. Wow. Heroic wanted to fight on B. They signed up for that, and it's a 12th given to FlyQuest in contrast.
Fantastic kills. Straight up, I mean, there's not much more to it.
And what do they transition back to? Looking to take over bridge. Netic just announces himself as he goes stampeding down through Canal. That's going to serve as an activation here for Heroic. Total mid-control off this. Very uncommon round in comparison to what we've had so far throughout this map. Something different for both to synthesize. Oh, this is going to get weird. Who's going to come out on top of it with 3 players inside Temple? The trade's good from Sunpius, but there's a lot of bodies in here, an unexpected amount. Regali blind gets it. Xcloud from sight is going to put that bottle down to keep you stuck in Temple.
With the bomb in this position, wrapping around.
What are you going to do?
Oh, Vexite, what a shot. Headshot on Xcloud. 2 up now for Heroic.
Youngstar's just got to throw caution to the wind at some point. You've got a player stuck up on stairs. They are trying to dogpile this bomb, trying to hang on from down under, and they do. Almost letting that slip through their fingers. The first win on Anubis for FlyQuest, and it couldn't come better in terms of timing. 4 for 4 in pistol round wins. FlyQuest, can they do a flawless series? Oh, it's gonna have to come back from man disadvantage. Xcloud first blood, Netic 1 and done. And now what's remaining of FlyQuest is trying to hit this B site, doing it well, right? You get that kill torch short. It's not like LNZ is given a chance to just peel back and hide and allow for the retake to come through. Now somebody else has to go deal with cat control. We're gonna get that, but a good flash from In sets Liaz up. He loses his teammate right behind him, and now this bench player trying to get into the fray, but a reload back market still recovers and puts xFloud into an unlikely 1v2. 16 health, he doesn't even want to try this. He is away and saving a Kevlar and Incendiary. That is a great rebound for FlyQuest with the 3 players bottling into B site, just hitting it with conviction. The catwalk kill was key.
Vexite actually didn't see everybody that was really close by him, and after he lost his first duel, it was like, oh, you know, there's a lot of wind out of your sails, but they got the rotations in.
Solo A defense in Tanir. Easy. Nedic. I mean, that's that head-to-head we're going to be talking about. As Maui alluded to, trade frags looking good to the favor of Heroic. They're going to go up man advantage until that nade lands. A little pause in the action, let the util do the heavy lifting, but all the while, Youngstar flanks. He just turned, Ince just turned, and catches wind of that timing. The recovery in full effect. Sun Pius versus 2.
Skinless Famas coming in for the 1v2. And something of a jump spot there for Vexite, but that wasn't actually to check CT. Covering it by patrolling back and forth, and he misses his chance. That allows Sun Pius to come through with the spray. Famas for both. That becoming reality in their minds, that's even more pressure, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure that same level of pressure is kind of in the back of Heroic's head when we were back on Anubis.
Yeah. It
was starting to feel real. It's got to feel good to have the entire community essentially putting you 3-0. It's another thing to actually cement yourself in that position. Cemented on site's Youngstar. Feet glued to default. He's got teammates all around him. Here's an answer. Ince taking it personally that he goes down last round after the plant. Wasn't given a chance to shine because his hands were busy. Now he's got 3 kills to his name. Every Heroic corpse has 3 letters stamped across it. And he's looking to get off this plant position. Goes for the connector fight, but that distraction served up. Thrusts Regali into the close 1v2. Knows the positions of both CTs. Can't get the better of LNC, however. And that's Heroic to follow through.
Excellently done there from both of them. If there's one thing that's standing out about Heroic's play, it's always the baiting.
They can play around with a different timing. We'll see the T's just go back, make sure that they haven't been found out. And that's not the case. There's no further info for Heroic. Now they are starting to collect it, but in doing so, they offer over a headshot. Ince is hitting shots.
He's on it, man. Big time. Best start we've seen so far from him.
The insatiable noob slayer. Group up inside of the apartments. That smoke's about to fade. Tanir still doubling back, looking to add that second M4 to the hold. Just 2 instant headshots out of him. Okay!
He's so clean with it, man.
4 kills on the hold. Sure, it's just the pistols, but another instance of mechanical display.
Yeah.
He just keeps racking up these kills. The time to kill is so swift.
It's so swift. It's almost like Zywoo with his aim. So little wasted movements. Very small flicks. He's always looking at the right spot to begin with. Great reaction time. Triple threat.
FlyQuest had to wait to get these guns back. Now in hand, good flash, disrupts them. xFloud taking space, taking charge of the situation as well with that connector peek. He's just so bolstered by help. Youngstar with his hands full over on A, but no immediate follow through. Here comes FlyQuest in a 3v5. Problem is Palace still smoked off, so looking to join up with the Tetris player, but a great reposition. Not a great spray. Liaz hits the headshot. Youngstar left a little bit desired. Vexite just falls down into his own fire. That's not ideal. So slight errors on both sides leads us to this 1v4 and a real chance at Heroic to take off on the defense.
Yes, and Tanir, well, he might run headfirst into this rifle, but doesn't get killed right away. Regali will grab that. With a minute left, we've got Regali on a bomb. Actually, lots of utility. Not going to totally count him out, even though this is a difficult one.
Now, Regali has put forward some of his best clutches in his career in this FlyQuest jersey. And at a critical juncture in a very important match, now's the time to do it yet again.
Did officially get spotted. Let's see if he can sense the crossfire on Cat.
He's got a good amount of utility to pull it off. A bit further damage. That next CT doesn't really want to have anything to do with him. He isolates fights, but xFloud's not going to give him that respect. Goes for the peek to try to pinch, and it works for Heroic.
It's a very, very strong map so far here for Heroic. Not really questions about who, who's good and should be good. I think it's surprising to see Inns have such a good start, but more consistency is definitely demanded of Heroic when you've got a player like Tanir on the other side of the map. Maui highlighted him for how he'll be an individual counter to the play that Netic might want to bring, and that's not a name that we're talking about yet. Should still go to jail though.
Of course.
Missing utility.
Them's the rules. Stomping towards LNZ. Awkward. Player makes it down. Tanir's going to clean that up. Distraction offered over. Here we go. We've seen him do what he does versus just pistols. Oh, beautiful spam back from Inns. Trying his damnedest to keep his team in this. The captain with 8 kills reopens this B bomb site through that smoke. When the looming threat of Tanir is out here, you know it's going to keep you scared. Youngstar's able to slip up though from Catwalk. Gets shut down by the IGL again.
Consistently good across all guns so far this half. Regali getting busy on the mic, and the flash is nothing. This will not help out at all. I think they made that one up, Connor.
There's been a couple of those throughout this series, I feel like, where Heroic aren't losing their angles because the flashes are just slightly off. Hell, the frag grenades into connector also slightly off their mark. Gave Sunpius a chance to maybe find something in the round prior. It's going to be Vexite to try to just creep his way out through ramp. Eventually, Liaz will come join him with bomb. Inns has been the critical piece of this FlyQuest attempt to hang on in the first half. Will he get his again? Sitting bottom middle, looking to join forces soon. LNZ, a little delayed on the smoke there, but he will be in that corner, and Vexite's gonna isolate too. Well done on his own. Whole pack of players right behind him. Inns makes sure that there's no retake, really, but XFloud's still able to slip up, stop the first attempt at a bomb plant. Unfortunately here for Heroic, that op all too valuable. Sunpius wants to save it for the next one. FlyQuest are breaking through.
Take your hat off, Vexite. That was a wonderful play here for the 2 kills on the A site. Now we have to remember that it was a bad flash that allowed Sunpius to get his kill, because, when Regali trusts a flash like that. Oh, you can't blame him. My goodness, what a shot through the thinnest piece of that door frame.
Oh my.
Liaz dies in 1 hit.
And Sunpius is instantly transitioning that op elsewhere. Netic has floated out bottom middle with Regali. Gonna hear that utility usage. Connector smoked off. You'll just hold this window, but you lose the line of sight. Indicates the cap play. Inns is only gonna have a pistol to deal with unless the connector guys try to split it, which they will.
Oh, speaking of line of sight, here's Linus up on Cat, and he's maintained now.
Okay.
For another great shot.
Sunpius gets right back to where he has to go. Kicks this round off with a clean shot through the apps. And now he's getting bolstered with pistols right behind him, his entire team with him. And Tanir just throwing caution to the wind, jumps over that gap, takes damage to the legs. Still a chance at a recovery here. Netic and Regali gonna have to keep it clean. CT's push. They're pressing into this. They're taking control. All 5 stand as Heroic take charge.
It's another opening setup. That's beautiful, but it's the shot. I mean, it's the shot that gets the spotlight. Incredible from Sunpius. Can barely see a thing.
Taking it to the B site. Okay, tempo, pace change. If there was an offer, they'd try to slam against it, but instead it's just the AK back site. LNZ tries to get into the smoke. Sunpius already on the scene. You've got 2 players corralled towards bench. He hits it, and he's gonna try to chuck out some util. They are stuck over there on bench. Netic down to 20. Bomb pick back up, but Tanir
back on the floor.
Always decides when and where on his terms. The response comes back out of FlyQuest. Youngstar's gonna try to creep up. Low health for Netic still, and he's in the middle of the smoke. Finds the better of it. Pistol connects for Sunpius, but this one goes both ways, and FlyQuest with conviction overwhelmed them.
It's back to B again, but this time the punch has a lot more follow through. Trying to prod the A-ramp way. A little bit scary. This is not a full, it's a full buy, but they only get 2 MP9s out of it. It could actually be a great call from Heroic, to be honest.
Smoke in hand.
They don't have the best guns, but they're in the right spot.
Youngstar puts that
30
utility
seconds.
down at the right moment. Now he's just got to have to hold them back through it. They try to pop it open. Oh, excellent 5-7. Insta-kill. Won't be able to get the multi. Ins in the kill feed again. He is 13-7 on this half. Him and Liaz. Not the names you always expect to be shining. Frag grenade stops plant. Still 13 seconds. LNC, could have clutched, but a no-scope is how we close this. And it is game on in the 2-0 pool, folks. Tied 6 apiece.
It's up for grabs, man.
Can they do it?
If you're playing better this half, you win. There's no specific favorite. 6-6 half here on Mirage.
Cannot separate these teams. One, the most expected to progress 3-0. And the other, some underdogs from down under. And you've got Heroic already in with a couple headshots, taking a quick tempo towards middle, up through window, goes xFloud. You've got options open as well, because eyes over towards Cat.
Is this the first pistol that Heroic will win in the series?
Well, it's not done yet. Vexite and Liaz, but you are correct. It would be the first time, and what a time to start a half with a round win. Liaz tries to go over top of Ticket. Failed jump though. Gonna put them on high alert. Vexite, same position, no other alternative angle to retake with. It is a jump across, trying to figure out these positions. Liaz gets his. Now you know, and you're gonna press those Berettas up into the chest of the ramp player, but now you're stuck, fully displayed to the 3 remaining players. Finally, 6th time's the charm. Heroic win a pistol.
Yeah, their first pistol.
It's good information, and it's an LNZ who's a little bit worried, cautious of that flank, has a good reason to be. Thing is, though, is now Vexite's FAMAS, right? Critical weapon, considering FlyQuest low on guns, is stuck in a portion of the map where it can't really get in. And if he starts to rush the process, then they are going to hear him. So he takes his time, hoping the teammates slow it all down. LNZ's been able to get his. Now xFloud's pressing up through the smoke. Regali and Liaz both with a kill. There's Netic's Deagle. And we go 1v2.
They have the info. They know where Netic is. Spamming from the back.
Finds the FAMAS, finds a bit of damage with that wall bang, but it's a good jump from Sunpius to get over towards Ticket, and that feels like an insurance policy. But he steps a little closer, doesn't want to be too far off, so if they can swing together to join forces in this moment to keep this lead, that's the goal. And Netic can't quite piece it all together, but it's no gun in hand. Oh my God, Sunpius caught off by the proximity of the retake. Still though, Heroic thrive.
Yeah, and he had an insurance policy. There was a player right there on default in their perfect crossfire. Vexite wants to stay patient here. The B split will come in slowly. But my goodness, I really don't like the map here for FlyQuest with no vision on mid at all.
Feels like this immediate cat pounce is going to just overwhelm B.
Not blowing up the cat smoke. Liaz getting spotted now. Vexite has to get these kills.
Not ideal. Vexite gets instantly popped. Liaz trying to hang on for dear life. Felt like his teammate had to offer something. And now Netic, at least, able to slip into the middle of it all. And it's a fast one onto xFloud. Okay, Sunpius predictive spray. Netic's head gets just rattled. And it's man advantage post-plant here, Heroic. Double digits on the line. You've got this inevitable flank from Tanir, but it's also a little bit disengaged. So you better hope these CTs don't retake quickly. Sunpius just buying time. Gives it a bit of a jiggle. FlyQuest do this quietly, and as they get the Sunpius kill, they've given just enough time for Tanir to get to the scene of the crime. Regali in the middle of the two, doesn't even feel like a save is able. And so bomb ticking a little too fast, and nobody shows skin. Well done here by Heroic to just cool him off, give him nothing to shoot at, and make sure that ops goes down. 3 left here for Heroic.
Yep. Another good attack. Great round out of LNZ. He, ironically, reinforcing Cat has made it so now Regali's in a more calcified spot and can be less helpful towards either site. Wow.
In steps into it. Vexite double molly, just doomed at this point. Or is he? Comes out, gets a kill and further damage, sets up Netic, but it's only his one. And so man advantage established with a good amount of time to cement themselves in sight. Or, hold on, he's tracking him by 90 damage, nearly dead. The Liaz nade just, oh, never mind. okay.
He's got it.
This guy can sense you. Thermal optics for Liaz as he finds him in the sight, denies plant the first time, and puts his teammate into the advantage. This is low health for the 2 players left of Heroic. This is a critical juncture, but a missed op from Regali's gonna offer the chance for that T to get off default. They nearly line up. Liaz taking chances. He's thrived through that smoke, but gets denied as the double up from Sun Pius takes them to 12.
That's how you get to 12.
And instead, you have 6 chances to close this out. Some Pius player down beneath you. Netic's gonna get the better of him. Unleash this kid. 1 single kill. His multi-frags, unlike their last outing on Mirage. Vexite, a freebie. For a player struggling, that's an excellent kill to get. Tanir's on the chase towards B. Liaz elusive, as he has been in this critical 3rd map, but Tanir's gonna clear out B. Back to another 2v2, but this time FlyQuest have bomb.
Yes, they do. Vexite's here on the flank. Tanir walking in back towards him. There's going to be full awareness. We're still a minute 12 here. Both players have to be careful. It's very nice to be on an early flank, but it's not nice. It's dangerous to die or to even put yourself in jeopardy in this spot. But Vexite still exploring.
Oh, he's taking the move, huh? He goes for it. No, and he can't win the duel. Youngstar gets the better of it. Now, they are going to spend still some time to get this bomb back. Regali.
And they're probably tentatively concerned about CT spawn. Regali comes in slow and quietly as Youngstar plants the bomb.
Oh, still uncertainty. Now he realizes he's got to get this one going. T's gonna leave 1 player in sight. Youngstar head down, and then Tanir. Who else posted on the perch looking for his 20th frag of this map? He steps forward, and excuse me, it's Palace. A little more space for Regali. This is actually good. Able to close the distance, get up close. Has a frag, but nothing else, and he's gonna find himself in the open. So be it. Takes that fight. Tanir's got him low. Regali trying to fluster him out of this position. He's gonna try to jump up to take that fight to him. Bomb ticking quick, and what do you know? While some shudder in the spotlight, others step forth. Expectations high for Heroic. They'll close this. 3-0 for an organization that makes the best of little, rebuilt by Saw yet again, and they'll thrive here in Austin.